Hello, Aries, and welcome to your mid-May reading for what is blocking you and your person. This is for those that are on any love journey. And unfortunately, I already got done with 95% of your reading, and then my phone ran out of memory. But at least I know now exactly how much time I have for recording. So what I'm going to do, since the cards are already out, is I'm going to just bring it back to where we started, which is with the shamanic medicine deck, and these are your overall energies and your connection. And on the bottom of the deck we had the flute, which is expression. So there is a delay in communication, or there is no communication, or communication is a little bit waffly right now. And what we have here is the bells, deflection, and cave, retreat. And what that says to me is that there is a need for looking at that which is distracting you, as well as like listening to the inner cave in your mind. In quarantine, a lot of us are in solitude right now, and it's a really good time for caring for ourselves, looking at our inner thoughts, thinking about what we want in our lives. And also, the bells card is about clearing away negative energy, and the cave card is about focusing on that within and really deciding, just deciding. It's a kind of a card of introspection. And so this is the main thing going on with both of you. I'm going to read from the book. It's short, but worth it. Bells. The bells revealed. The bell branch is used for healing, invoking spirits, and to summon the spirit of sacred sites. Forms of the bell branch or spirit chaser used animal bones and or sacred trees. Traditionally, the bell branch was a tree, white or silver in color, with golden bells attached. It was used to remove negative energy and unwanted intrusions by creating a vibrational gateway to the other worlds through resonance. And I'm feeling called right now, too, for any of you that have not looked into it, maybe check into the Schumann resonance. It might be helpful to get in touch with the vibrations of the earth right now. Other divinatory meanings. Time for some space clearing. Burn sage to clear away negative energy from your home or place of work. Choose your words carefully and wisely. Be aware of your every action. Step away from your current situation. Heed the warnings you've been ignoring. Which could suggest that either or both of you, in fact it's probably both of you, need to step away from some sort of situation in your life right now. Bells speak. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, flee away. My sound keeps evil spirits at bay. I come to you as warning sign. Heed my message, and you'll be fine. So definitely think about that, Aries. I mean, it could be you pursuing your person. It could be your person in a third-party karmic situation. It could be you in a third-party karmic situation. It could be a work or health situation. There is something that you know intuitively that you should either not be involved in, or you should back away from, or that you need to protect yourself from. So think about that, and, do some smudging and some clearing in whatever preferred way that you like, and trust in spirit to take care of the rest. Cave. The cave revealed. Across continents and beliefs, caves provided shelter for many prehistoric humans and are gateways to the underworld. They are the abode of hermits and sages, a place of spiritual retreat or the transition from isolation and fear to rebirth within the womb of Mother Earth. Other divinatory meanings. Focus on you. Get away from it all. Retreat to a spa. Enjoy a massage or take a sea salt bath to revive your spirit. Your soul craves quiet time. Rest and recuperate without guilt, in preparation for the next leg of your journey. Cave speaks. Rest ye from thy weary feet, as I invite you to retreat. Now heal within my sacred womb. Restoration shall resume. So that's why I was saying earlier, clear your space, focus on you, give yourself a little mani-pedi or pampering time, whatever it is that you need, and let whatever is meant to flow into your life right now flow into your life. And you cannot necessarily tell your person this, but if you get some kind of opportunity to, maybe let them know that that's good too. But just be mindful that when we are in karmic third-party situations, we're often still wrapped up in our egos and aren't really listening to spirit in the first place. So, just keep this information in your back pocket. Alright, so the next cards that I had pulled out are from the Barbara Walker deck, and they're a little bit shadowy, but I like it. And this is what was blocking. This is what's currently blocking your connection with your person. And we have the Queen of Swords in upright, represented by Kali. The Seven of Swords, opposition, in reverse. And Strength, in reverse. Which, we got royalty here, and major arcana. And I find it not coincidental at all that in looking at your connection with your person, what we're looking at is a card that is widely represented as a karmic partner. Typically female, not always, but he's there. And the Seven of Swords is usually about cheating in upright, using mental tests and games and strategies for thievery of some kind. And in reverse, it is facing the consequences of those things. And Strength in reverse is weakness, like compulsiveness, codependence, the inability to tame those wild urges. So what I'm getting from here, for the majority of you, this is a karmic third party that either you or your partner are wrapped up with. And it is likely in this moment, actually, that your person, or you, are feeling the consequences. You're reaping what you've sown, or they are reaping what they've sown in choosing this person, because this person is now finding the consequences of their actions. And this card can typically also be wrapped up with legal ramifications. It can be people coming back at you socially who you've screwed over. It can be more cheating. It can be caught in cheating. And, with the Strength in reverse, especially because Strength has so much to do with our basic urges and desires. It is very much a sexual card. It's also Leo's card, and it's generally a fire card in general. And because of all the yellow wrapped up in it, is very much to do with ego, power, solar plexus chakra, etc. And we also see a fair amount of green in here, which is heart chakra. So there is some kind of betrayal here, Aries, that is blocking you and your partner. And because you reflect each other, it's on both ends. And it is likely that you have been betrayed by them going into a third party. And it could be maybe that they felt that way before when you were together, or if you've not yet been together, they might be seeing something that you're doing as some kind of betrayal to maybe what they expected you to do. But overall, the strongest sensation that I am getting is that a karmic who is sharp with their tongue and would prefer that if they cannot be happy that everyone be miserable with them too, is now facing consequences of that. Not very happy about it at all. Kind of just, you can see in this card, Kali is devouring this person. So they have been doing that, and they are continuing to do that, and they are now facing the consequences of this, of letting their base desires, their ego get the better of them. And that is a form of karmic. It's a form of karma, likely on your person. But to a degree, it is also on a form of karma for you. It could be a form of good karma for you in a way, because it looks like they're not happy in this third-party karmic situation. But, in general, we should wish our partners kindness and good vibes. But there's a reason why this third-party karmic connection came up, and it was to learn lessons. And it is likely that whatever this betrayal was on you, it ended up leading them into this connection that they are in and now paying the price for. And it suggests to me that this is part of why you need to clear your space and focus on pampering yourself. And they would do good to do that too. But it is more than likely that Spirit is giving you this advice because you need to just give this time. It's not necessarily something that you are doing that is blocking this connection, unless you are the one in a third-party karmic situation. And even if you are, that's still not necessarily true. But this is the biggest thing that I'm getting off of this, is that somebody's karmic is facing the consequences of being a shitty person. The next cards that I pulled out were from my Wonderland tarot deck, which I absolutely love. I call it the Embrace the Absurd deck, and it's advice from Spirit on what you can focus on now that will help you unblock your blockages. What we got was the Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Two of Pentacles reversed, which is an interesting layout if you think about it. Part of reading tarot cards is looking at what ends up with them, right? And if you look, the Ten of Pentacles is about home, tradition, marriage, family, nest egg, legacy, things of that nature. And, you know, as you can see in this card, plenty of food on the table, enough that there's more in the mantle, there's plenty. It's also the end of a cycle, but in this moment what I'm feeling like is that what you need to focus on is this one, because if you look, the Two of Pentacles character, the Fool, and the Queen are all facing this Ten of Pentacles. They are all focused on this. This is another reason that I have a feeling that this is for Divine Feminine reader, whether you are male or female, because of the overall focus on the femininity here in both what's blocking you and what you can do to unblock things. And what I'm seeing here is that when the Queen and the Fool and the Two of Pentacles focus on this Ten of Pentacles, look who focuses on the Queen. The King, right? And if you look at that Cheshire Cat who represents Spirit, he's looking down on the King. So when you focus on this, when you focus on your security, your stability, your who you want to be in a relationship and being consistent with being that person at all times, then your partner focuses on you. Your Divine Masculine focuses on you. So don't focus on them so much. I mean, yeah, this Queen is still, in order to look at the Ten of Pentacles, she is looking past the King still. So you still have your focus there, but have faith. The Two of Pentacles, even though it's in reverse, it still has the infinity sign on there. It's still there. And I see no cards here that suggest that this isn't a connection that this is a bad connection for you. It is simply that right now, part of what's blocking you is focusing on it too much. And because we have the Fool here and the Two of Pentacles right after the Fool, what I'm getting a sense of is that right now is best for you to focus on, like, one of the things that I find hardest in separation from your divine partner is that you miss them, and you tend to focus on that. And by missing them, however, by focusing on them, we tend to hold them out of place because we're missing them. And the universe says, oh, you'd like to miss them more, right? No, not really. But it's kind of redundant to say don't focus on it, especially if you feel like a really magnetic pull to your person. Even when you're working on secure attachment and freeing yourself from your own codependent natures, you still think of them. That's part of how you know when it is a divine connection. However, one of the lessons that you need to learn right now, Aries, is how to maintain your faith and focus on them in such a way that it propels you forward. So that, I mean, act as if they were not such a special person to you and you didn't know how things were going to go. And you treat them as if, you know, if they are meant for you, they will come to you. And so you don't need to worry about it. And this Ten of Pentacles in this particular arrangement really reminds me of something, of a bit of advice that I really enjoyed, and I think it'll help you, Aries. Is that most often when we are single or separated or we feel disconnected from our person, we act differently than we would when we are in relationship. And for those of you that really deeply desire a healthy commitment and relationship, you have to desire a healthy commitment and relationship no matter who you're with your partner or not, and with or without a partner at all. And that's something really good to sit and examine right now, you know. Clear your space and go into your cave and ask yourself that. Is it that I really want a relationship and union and deep commitment? Or is it that I just feel a needy attachment to this person? Like, do I only want that with them? Because the way to get it with them is you have to go through the same way as if you were open to it, anyone. Well, not anyone, but anyone worthy. Anyone who meets checks off your boxes and your core values. And in order to do that, you need to practice being the person that you would be in a relationship when you're not in relationship. If that's a housewifey sort, or it's an independent woman, or a house husband, or a breadwinner, provider, dominant, submissive, whatever, whoever it is that you would want to be in relationship with your partner, practice being that person all the time. That doesn't mean you can't go explore and have some fun and do some things, that you wouldn't do in relationship now, but overall, practice being that person, because one of the saddest things that often creates separations and can even destroy relationships is that we get into this low vibrational state when we're single, and we focus only on being single, and we don't practice being who we are, who we really are in our authenticity. And then we get into relationship and we get filled up with those lovely limerence hormones and honeymoon hormones, and we become the best versions of ourselves. And our person falls in love with us, yes, but they fall in love with the best versions of ourselves that we don't practice consistently. And then when those honeymoon vibrations start to fall away because we get back into the most consistent thoughts and energies that we were practicing before, they start to wonder who they actually got with, and we start to wonder who we got with, and then we blame each other for not being so damn inspirational that we stayed in that best me vibration just naturally from being with that person. We tend to associate that we became our best self because we met that person. That's not really it. And so right now, Aries, that's what I'm getting. Get into a vibration where you can be your best self at all times, where you like who you are. Yeah, you got some shadows. Learn to embrace them, though. And when you get into that state and you get into a place where you don't have to rely on others, like you want interdependence, but you should be able to be independent emotionally, financially, spiritually, materialistically. So right now, just not necessarily focus on your money. That is a good thing to focus on too. But, start some new projects. Follow the Fool and start a new quest. And don't worry about the delays. That's what this card is. Don't worry about the delays or the rigidity in your connection. It's still infinite. You still got the infinity symbol in there. And this card is nice too, because even though it's reversed in upright, it indicates playfulness. And that tells me that you really do enjoy the connection that you have with this person, and you're really missing that. And that's okay. It's there. It's not going anywhere. But right now, to unblock the blockages going on, you got to let them deal with the consequences and the karma that they've reaped and sowed. And focus on you, right? Now, the next cards that I had pulled were divine guidance cards, and these are ones that I made. They're little oracle cards. And what you got was advice from Snake. Now is a good time to look within and shed any layers of yourself holding you back from needed growth, right? Which, that's what I was just saying, right? Shed away that part of you that requires the physical 3D validation of someone else in order to be your best self. Learn to be consistently you and consistently your best self in and out of relationships, and you will find that any relationships, short-term, long-term, with your partner or not, will be stronger and last much longer and be way more meaningful. Next, advice from Tiger. Some attributes are weaknesses in some situations and strengths in others, like tiger stripes. If you're feeling weak or out of place, go exploring. And that one for me is like, you might be a chatty know-it-all sort of person, and in some situations people don't like that. Does that mean there's something wrong with you being sociable and knowing a lot? No, it doesn't. But sometimes it means that you are not in the right company. So if you don't feel recognized and appreciated for who you are, go where you are recognized and appreciated. And last but not least, pick a new direction for now, which I think is very fitting. And what's this saying, right? And next, I made these cards. These are messages from your person. And what you got was, I'm going to ask your forgiveness soon. And I want to do right, I want to do things right with you this time. You deserved that before and do even more now. So your person, regardless of whether or not they are openly admitting it, does recognize that they've hurt you. This just confirms for me that this is likely them feeling the burn of their own choices, and likely because their karmic person is feeling the burn of their choices, and well, you are who you hang out with, so they're feeling the bite and the burn of that, and it is likely that your person is recognizing that they've messed up. Now, because this card says, I'll ask your forgiveness soon, I also made some little cards that are timing cards. So I'm going to ask for 1 to 2 cards that will help us know when soon is. And then I have one more deck that I made that I'll pull a card or two for you. Thank you, Spirit, for timing, for Aries, for when that person is going to ask forgiveness. Oh, 24 to 48 hours from now. That's pretty nice. Okay. Alright, and these ones I made cosmic advice. And I'm going to ask for 1 to 2 cards for Aries to help them focus on their new adventure while they wait for their person to figure out how to get out of their messes. Oh, alright. Got this one. Let's see. Advice from Scorpio. Depth can be scary. The depth brings meaningfulness to life and all we experience in it. Darkness too. Let yourself go deep now. I like Scorpio. Let Scorpio lead you. Explore your own darknesses. Remember that we reflect each other, and it's a good thing to do while you're in retreat. And I'm going to just go with the card that's on the bottom of the deck as your second bit of advice. Now is a great day for analysis. If anything feels like it needs to be reorganized or downsized, now is a great time to do so. It's also a great time to focus on health and personal development. So go deep, focus on you, look at what you can do to secure your 10 of Pentacles and to be good whether you are with somebody or not, and that will help you move forward, Aries. Alright, so I'm hitting my time limit. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this reading. It's the first of this format, and it's first in a while that I've done in tarot readings, so please let me know if there is anything that you would like to see changed. Alright, Aries, have a wonderful rest of May.